Hey guys, what's going on? So today I have a collection update. It's pretty, decent size. I got one record and 3 CDs. So yeah, in the background we're playing Leviathan's Howl Mocker at the Cross. I know I was playing this in one of my previous videos I uploaded recently, but whatever. I was playing the other LP, the first one. I'm listening to the second one right now, so I guess it's not really that big of a, I don't know, problem. That shouldn't be a problem either way because Leviathan is great. But anyway, speaking of Leviathan, I'll show the record first. I got Tentacles of Horror. This is probably my favorite Leviathan album. I think this is his most aggressive and his most, maybe not his most fucked up sounding, but it's really fucked up sounding. There's the album cover. I can't remember if this is the original or if this is a separate artwork that's on the CD version. I think that one's the original. This one's just a picture of Jeff. But pretty cool though. Love his logo. This is one of the Moribund Records reissues from 2018. Great quality reissue. A little more on the pricey side. This was like $30, but it's worth it though. There's the back. So you got a picture of Rest and a track listing. You've got What Fresh Hell, Heir to the Noose of Ghoul, Cut with the Night into Mine Heart, Unnecessary Mutilation, A Bouquet of Blood 4, I don't know if that's a typo or if that's just the name of the song, Deciphering Legend Within the Serpent's Briar, Vexed and Vomit Hexed, Tentacles of Horror, Revel the Tyrant, Requiem for a Turd World, Blood Red and True Part, I can't remember if that, I can't tell if that's 5 or 3, Plummeting Obscure, Mouth Orifice Bizarre, A Shield from Grace, which is a bonus track, and The History of Rape. So some very thought-provoking song titles. It's got a gatefold with some weird imagery inside it. Yeah, that I love the way that looks. It's so dirty and fucked up looking, even though it's basically just somebody with a cross held up to their face, but really stretched out. It just looks fucked up, and it matches the way the music on this album sounds. This album sounds fucked up and just misanthropic and dark and fucking terrifying. It's a double LP because this is a very long album. It's well over an hour. The album is like an hour and 12 minutes, and there's a bonus track too. So that is like the original artwork is like this, but this is just kind of a spice up of it. As you can see, there's like little squares and stuff. Lyrics on the back. Weirdly, this is a pretty cool Leviathan album. It's not as like conceptual as some of his other shit, but pretty extreme stuff. There's even some like gore type lyrics on here. It's mostly just really like macabre type stuff in the lyrics. It's not really as personal as some of his other albums lyrically. This is on a really cool color vinyl. One of my favorite color vinyls I own now. White with a red splatter. It's kind of a pinkish red, kind of magenta. I don't know. That's the label. All the labels are that. So that's really fucking cool. I really love that. It looks great. So that's the first LP. As for the second, picture Jeff Whitehead or Rest. Lyrics again. There's credits. And it is on the same cover. And the labels are the same. But yeah, this sounds amazing on vinyl too. Like, if you're listening to this in the right fucking like atmosphere, it's just really trippy and creepy and fucked up sounding. If you're new to Leviathan and you really like death metal, this is a pretty good album to start with because it's very aggressive and it's really death metal-y in some parts. There's even a weird like speed metal riff. I think it's in either Heir to the Noose of Ghoul or Cut with the Night into Mine Heart. He has a lot of really creepy, like, pitch-shifted vocals that are more like, I can't tell if they're pitch-shifted or not, but they sound fucked up. It sounds like a child, like, being fucking tortured, or, like, kind of high-pitched. It just sounds really creepy. He also has some lows that are creepy. There's, like, these really, like, just eerie samples in some parts of this album that just make you feel really uncomfortable. This is just a terrifying album. And it's really fantastic. It's one of my favorite black metal albums ever. There's some melody and there's some depressive parts in here, like the end of Vexed and Vomit Hexed, which is one of my favorite songs in the album. If you want to get the vibe of what this album is about, though, I'd recommend Vexed and Vomit Hexed. The title track, Unnecessary Mutilation, Cut with the Night into Mine Heart, and What Fresh Hell. I'd say those are the best tracks on the album. But yeah, it's just dark, misanthropic shit. If you're into black metal, you should probably know this, but it's not as classic as, like, you know, 10 Sub-Level of Suicide, but it's still one of his most popular albums. Just great fucking album. Also, I forgot to show, there's the spine. But yeah, Leviathan, Tentacles of Horror. So now onto the CDs. First up, we've got, this is, like, probably the least heavy album I own. This is Agents of Oblivion, self-titled. For those who don't know, this is not a side project. This was a project that Dax Riggs, the frontman of Acid Bath, and I believe another member of Acid Bath, I can't remember if it was, I think it was their guitarist. Not Sammy, but the other guy, Mike, I believe. It could have been him, I'm not 100% sure. This is the band they formed after Acid Bath. This came out in 2000. This is not metal at all. It's like this weird, like, kind of folky, alternative rock, I guess. There's some songs in here that I really, really love. Like the more, kind of like the more, like, acoustic, not acoustic, but they have clean guitars. It kind of reminds me of, like, Acid Bath songs like Scream of the Butterfly or New Death Sensation, things like that. The best songs on here sound like that. The other ones are just more rocky, which I don't like too much. Like songs like Slave Riot, I can't get into it. They did a cover of Dead Girl from Acid Bath, but it's like electric and it just doesn't work. It doesn't have the same tone. But there's definitely some amazing tracks on here though. The Hangman's Daughter is by far the best song on this album. That song is just masterful. This is a really emotive album. It's really kind of, I wouldn't say sad, but it's very, like, introspective. No, that's not the right word. But, like, if you feel like you just want to chill and, like, think or reflect, this is a good album to listen to. It's just very, like, deep sounding. It's very emotive sounding, but it's not, like, super dreary. It's a little melancholic. But this album just feels very, like, it just feels very deep. I don't know. It's a good album. But there's the album cover. Kind of a shitty album cover, actually. It's pretty fucking lame, but whatever. There's the spine, and there's the back. Track listing, you got Innsmouth, Slave Riot, The Song That Crawls, Dead Girl, Phantom Green, The Hangman's Daughter, Ladybug, which is like a kind of a bluesy song. Ash of the Mind, Wither, which is another one of my favorite songs I forgot to mention. Paroled in 54, Anthem for This Haunted City, Cosmic Dancer, which I believe is a cover from T-Rex, I think. Can't remember correctly. And Big Black Backwards. This was put out through Rotten Records, so it's a little hard to find this on YouTube. But I got the CD for pretty cheap from Amazon. So you got that artwork right there with, it says, making an album is like living or dying. Breathing ain't nothing, but something I forget to do from time to time. My favorite thing to do is blackout. The words blackout in all caps. These are the last nights of the universe. Play at maximum volume. Praise Jaw. Weep it, white butterflies. That's weird, but Dax Riggs is a very interesting guy. I mean, he has some interesting lyrical stuff. I don't know. There's the disc. I like the artwork on the disc. That would have been a lot cooler for the album cover. Let me flip over the record real quick. Anyways, I believe the booklet, yeah, the booklet's just lyrics. Pretty good lyrics, I'd say. But yeah, if you just want something really chill and kind of a little emotive, but not over dramatic or melodramatic, or like super depressing, this is a good album. So I highly recommend this though. Pretty underrated shit. This is Agents of Oblivion, self-titled. Pretty unique stuff, to be honest. I haven't heard many other bands that sound like this. Now the other two CDs are both brutal death metal. First one was a gift for my girlfriend. It was a birthday present, but I didn't get it until after the my birthday collection day, which is why I'm showing in this video. And this is a really rare fucking thing. This is like one of my favorite CDs I own by far now. This is a first press of Putrid Pile's collection of Butchery. This is my favorite Putrid Pile album. It's one of my favorite brutal death metal albums ever, to be honest. It's just such simple fun. It's nothing too technical. But it's not like stupid simple. It's just really fun, catchy, brutal death metal. Kind of slammy. I'd say this is like the gray area between slam and brutal death metal. Think like early Dying Fetus, but less technical. And that's kind of like this. kind of shitty album cover, but it's a good album cover, but it's kind of shitty because it's like, you know, like it's all like this like crappy CGI, but it has so much charm to it. But yeah, you know, your basic brutal death metal album cover with a fucking dead chick. That was not good. And crazy serial killer dude. And there's like, you know, body parts hanging and stuff. Love Putrid Pile's logo. I know it's not the most unreadable thing ever, but it just looks really cool. I don't know. And collection of butchery right there. But yeah, this is the first press from, what year did this come out? Whoa, God damn, I am just not, for a first press, I'm not handling this very well. Does not say when this came out. I could have sworn, I want to say this came out in either 99 or 2000, maybe 2001. I know this came out around that time period. But this is a first press put out through United Guttural and Crash Music. Great songs on here though. Drenched in Gasoline. Gallery of Horrors is probably my favorite song on the album. Bodies on Display, Collection of Butchery, Remnants of Insanity, Covered in Excrement, Bleed for Me, Severed Head, Memento, Held Captive for Torture, Dead in the Alleyway, Merciless Homicide, and Shit Body Painting. So, all the songs here kind of sound pretty much the same, what you'd expect from a brutal death metal band. We're on the old school side. There's the disc. You got a close up of the dead chick behind that. Get this out. You got a very, you got Sean with a mustache, so he doesn't look sketchy at all. But seriously, he's fucking an absolute legend when it comes to brutal death metal, though. Fucking great. This is a one-man band for those who don't know, so you got a big thank you list. And just looks like all the lyrics in here. Pretty standard gore lyrics, nothing super perverted or anything. But your basic, you know, gore lyrics about like killing people and stuff. But it's not like all like, I don't know. It's not like all like, it's not super like rapey or anything like some layered brutal death metal stuff. This is just so fun to listen to though. And I'm really happy to own a first press of it. I really love the production on here because it's clean, but it still sounds very dirty. My favorite thing about this album by far is the guitar tone. I love the guitar tone on this album. It's so chunky sounding and memorable. The riffs are really catchy, especially in songs like the title track. Drenched in Gasoline has some great slam riffs. There's a lot of really cool slam riffs on here. They don't sound like Devourment kind of slams though. They're a lot more like, they're less groovy and they're more like hard hitting and like, I don't know how to explain it, but they sound more like a little actual like, just they're more punchy than they are groovy, if that makes sense. But they are still pretty groovy in some parts. His vocals are inhales, but they're not like shitty like kind of inhales though. They're like pretty good, just standard lows, and his highs are pretty cool too. But yeah, and if you're not into brutal death metal, this is actually a very good album to start with. It's not super inaccessible or anything. Not the most brutal album ever, to be honest. It kind of sounds like, think like early Deicide, but chunkier and groovier, like, and mixed with like Old Dying Fetus. And that's kind of what this makes me think, or that's kind of what this sounds like a little bit. Yeah, and the drum sound is so beautiful on here. Like the fucking snare sounds like a kick, and then the kicks just sound like lower kicks because they're programmed drums. It's so funny. But yeah, amazing album though. I'm so happy to find me on this, and huge thanks to my girlfriend for buying this album for me. It's pretty hard to find, so that's fucking great. So yeah, Putrid Pile, Collection of Butchery. Last CD, I showed another CD from this band in my previous collection update. I showed their demo. Now I have their full-length album. This is Cranial Engorgement with Horrific Existence. This is an amazing brutal death metal album. These guys are from around pretty close to where I live. I already explained this when I showed off their demo CD. We're working with them. We're going to be working with them for studio time for Flesh Mangled, so that's really cool. Really awesome dudes and just great fucking music. If you like Old Dying Fetus and like really Moral Decay, like mix those two and add some cleaner production and some like slightly OSDM-y, but not, I wouldn't say OSDM-y, but kind of like maybe a little bolt thrower, I guess. Bolt throwery, can't talk. Kind of melodies here and there. That's basically what this sounds like. Really fucking great brutal death metal though. Yeah, if you like old school brutal death metal but you don't like the newer stuff, you'll like this because it basically sounds like a cleaner version of old brutal death metal without sacrificing any of the brutality. The production on here is still really good. It's not overproduced or anything. There's the album cover. Pretty cool. I like their logo. I believe this was done by that guy that does, he's artwork for a lot of people. I forget his name, but he's done artwork for Aborted, I believe. Fuck, sorry about that. I got a phone call. Anyways, the guy who's done this, I believe he's done artwork for Immolation and Aborted and a lot of other people. Cool artwork though, definitely. Modern looking, but still has a lot of like old schooly kind of vibe to me. I don't know, or old schoolish vibe. Perfect Existence. I love how so many brutal death metal bands have really good packaging when it comes to CDs, with like the clear jewel case with like the album title in there. I just love that aesthetically. This is put out through Gorehouse Productions. There's the back. We've got Prelude to Horror, Dawn of the Final Day, Conceived into the Suffering, probably my favorite song on here. Mongoloid Massacre, Slithering Savior, A Living Hell, I Am God, which is another one of my favorites. Molded by Cruelty, which has guest vocals from John Gallagher from Dying Fetus, which is pretty sick. In Loving Memory, Horrific Existence, and Sodomized and Left to Die. So, yep. There's the disc, pretty cool. You got some more artwork behind the disc. And then the booklet folds out. Got lyrics right here. It's pretty cool. It's like some little bit of gore, a little bit of like anti-religion type stuff. Pretty cool. Picture of the band. But yeah, great shit though. Really catchy and groovy. Also very brutal. Especially like the vocals. They're kind of like a mix of like. They're pretty much the vocals, the lows, like the really like gutturals sound like Moral Decay. And then the exhales kind of remind me a little bit of Dying Fetus. Just some great shit. Killer riffs, really memorable, really groovy, catchy riffs. Just a fun album to listen to. And definitely one of my favorite newer brutal death metal bands. Like I'd say like these guys and like Disentomb are probably the two best bands like carrying the torch today for like brutal death metal that isn't like you know, like the really bad slam bands, like slamcore bands, at least in my opinion, I don't know. But I think that as far as like more traditional style brutal death metal, these guys are like one of the best bands out there today. I've also seen these guys live. I saw them open for Aborted, and they were fantastic live as well. Yeah, I highly recommend you check this out though. This is definitely one of the best death metal albums to come out the past couple of years, especially brutal death metal. So yeah, Cranial Engorgement with Horrific Existence. I don't know why I forgot. I was about to say Prelude to Horror, but that's the name of the demo. But yeah, great shit. So yeah, that's it for this collection update though. If you guys enjoyed, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.